Hello, welcome to Lols, simplifying technology for our Lolos and Lolas. So it's a free seminar for the once millennials or our beloved senior citizens. So they will learn the basics of a smartphone, gain confidence in using apps, and be technically savvy. Hello mga Lolos and Lolas. Ito pong video na ito ay para sa inyo. Papasimplihin po natin ang technology para mas maintindihan ninyo at para mas magamit ninyo sa pang-araw-araw ninyong ginagawa. So what is this seminar all about? So this seminar is for our Lolos and Lolas who are not really that savvy in using smartphones, especially the applications in a smartphone. Probably they're not confident or they're intimidated. They don't know how to start or where to start, and they don't have anyone to ask around. Let me introduce myself. My name is Titus and I'm an IT project manager. I've been in the IT industry for 20 years already. So why do I do this? So just a backstory. In our family, I'm the go-to guy especially for things that's IT related or computer related. And my dad, who's 83 years old now, has several questions on smartphones, on technology, and I really try my best to explain to my dad in very simple terms so that he'd be able to easily understand and not get intimidated with the new technology. So there, I figured if my dad was having a difficult time, probably there are other senior citizens out there who's having a difficult time as well. So let's take a quick look at the evolution of technology and gadgets. The camera and telephone were invented in the 1800s. Television arrived in the 1920s, the pager during the 50s, and personal computers in the 60s. 1970 was a busy decade with the invention of the cellular phone, the Walkman, and Atari gaming consoles. IBM released its personal computer in the 80s, and so did the Discman, which was an upgrade from the classic Walkman. Phone devices further improved as Nokia and BlackBerry started their business in the 90s. Software companies such as Google and Netflix also launched in this era. As 21st century unfolded, Apple released the iPod, which dominated the portable media player industry. Several other software companies launched during the early 2000s: social media giant Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. There was an emergence of smaller and more powerful cameras. Apple released its watch. VR or virtual reality technology is aggressively being pushed. Software companies focus on mobile applications and launch Viber and Grab apps. In 2020, the dominant smartphone brands are Apple and Samsung. Both brands are boasting the best features and cramming up hundreds of years of technology into a single, thin, lightweight, pocketable smart device. For the Lolos and Lolas, anong gadget or technology ang uso nung time ninyo? Let me know in the comment section. Here are some of the common terms you'll come across. I will try to explain each in a simple manner. Wi-Fi. This means internet connection and usually symbolized as this. You need Wi-Fi connection to be able to do stuff over the internet. Download. This means you want to get something from somewhere else. For example, you have a friend na nag-post ng picture sa Facebook and you want a copy of that picture sa phone mo. Then you will download that picture to your phone. Upload. It's basically the opposite of download. Kung gusto mo naman mag-share ng picture sa friends mo, then upload mo yung picture sa Facebook for them to see. Internet speed, Mbps or megabits per second. Ito naman yung bilis ng transmission, upload or download. Ito sample testing para makita kung ano ang bilis ng internet mo. Units of measurement. MB for megabytes, GB for gigabytes. This is the unit of measurement in digital information. For example, yung picture na in-upload mo sa Facebook, may size yan, pwedeng kilobytes or megabytes. Pag mas malaking data like videos, mas malaki ang size nun, minsan nasa gigabytes. Icon. Small graphic design to represent the application. App. Short for application. These are the programs stored in your phone like Facebook or Grab. Install. After you download an app that you like, you install it in your phone so that you can use it. Millennial. This is the term for people who were born between 1981 and 1996 and grew up using modern technology. Emoji. These are icons for smileys. GPS or Global Positioning System. Used for tracking location. Most smartphones have GPS as applications like Maps and Waze need to track location. Here are the things you need to start your digital journey. You would need a smartphone, internet, mobile number, and email address. Throughout this course, I will show you how you can complete this starter kit and become the next Lolo and Lola techie. You might be asking, what is a smartphone in the first place? Before we talk about smartphones, we need to understand what a basic phone is. A basic phone offers basic functionalities. You can use it for calls, text messaging, and simple games such as snakes. A basic phone also has some simple apps in it like the calendar and calculator. The traditional basic phone has a small screen and keypads. You can still do several things with the basic phone. May limitations siya like the length of text messages that you can send, how many contacts you can store, and how many messages you can save. Then came the smartphone. No keypads, all screen. Thinner, bigger, nicer looking. You can do more things with a smartphone as compared to the basic phone. You have more memory, you can use more games and applications, you can take pictures and videos, play music. It's like having a mini computer. To use a mobile phone, you need a SIM card. The SIM contains your mobile number. You can purchase a SIM card from Smart or Globe. There are several SIM sizes. The basic phone uses the standard size, whereas the smartphone uses the micro or nano size. Better to bring your smartphone when purchasing the SIM to determine the correct size needed by your phone. Bigger memory is what differentiates a smartphone from a basic phone. All smartphones have an internal memory. Usually, the bigger the internal memory, the more expensive the phone. Most smartphones allow you to expand the memory via the SD memory card. Do you need one? Not yet if you are just starting and your phone is new, but eventually you may need to purchase. There are several sizes of the memory card, so better to bring your phone when buying a memory card. Operating system or OS makes the smartphone smart. The OS makes it possible for the smartphone to run and be used. Without the OS, you will not be able to use the phone. Para siyang sa computer, you need an operating system like Windows for it to function. In the world of smartphones, there are two dominant OS, iOS from Apple and Android from Google. If you buy Apple's smartphone, which is the iPhone, it comes installed with the iOS already. The iOS may only be used in Apple phones. Android is the OS released by Google. Most non-iOS phones run on Android. It can run on different phone brands like Samsung, Nokia, Huawei, etc. So which OS is better? It depends. Some prefer iOS for its simplicity and intuitiveness. Others prefer Android for its flexibility and wider options. You can check what your family and friends are using and probably get the one that has more users. Here are sample specifications of a phone. Before buying a phone, you need to review the specs and features of the phone. In this example, this is a Samsung A70 phone running on Android OS. The display screen is 6.7 inches, so that is a lot of reading room. The specs of the camera seem impressive. The processor is the brain of the phone. The internal memory is 6 GB and you can expand via external memory card. The battery life seems powerful also, which is important so that your phone will not always be in low battery. So it depends on what you look for in a phone, but the basic should be the memory and battery. If you like taking pictures, then get a phone with a good camera. If you like a bigger phone for better readability, you may get a phone with a bigger screen. We now go to item number 2 in the starter kit, the Internet. There are several ways for you to gain access to the Internet. First is via mobile data. Speed being offered now by telcos are 2G, 3G, 4G or LTE, and very soon 5G. Basically, it just means faster and stronger connectivity. 4G is faster than 3G. The basic phones only use 2G. Nowadays, smartphones are running on 4G. When purchasing a SIM from a telco, the internet speed offered is usually published. Next option is to get internet in your home. Options available now are DSL broadband or fiber. Basically, it just means faster and stronger connectivity. Fiber is faster than DSL. Telcos offer different kinds of plans and select one that is fit for your purpose. You can also get internet connection via public Wi-Fi. In the Philippines, some malls and other places offer this. You just need to register for you to be able to use the free public Wi-Fi. Remember though to be extra careful when accessing via free public Wi-Fi as your confidential info may be compromised. You can also get access to an internet via hotspot, meaning someone is sharing their internet access to you. Number 3 in the starter kit is the mobile number. This is very important, especially if you register to use any applications. Most will always ask for your mobile number. You can get this upon purchasing a smartphone or getting a data plan, prepaid or postpaid. Here are sample mobile plans being offered by Smart and Globe. There is a cap of data that you may use for a certain period. The bigger the limit, the more expensive the plan is. Some plans will help you decide by listing some of the apps that you commonly use. If you're only doing basic things like Facebook Messenger, Waze, then 10 GB data should be good enough. If you like watching movies or listening to music, then 60 GB would be better. Another very important information to have is your own personal email address, as most applications require it. You may always register and create one for free. There are several companies offering free email, such as Microsoft, Yahoo, and Google. I'll show you how easy it is to create your own personal email from Google. Sa phone mo, click mo lang yung Gmail icon. And then follow the steps to create a Google account. Enter your name, date of birth, pati gender. Google will give you an option to select a predetermined email address. Or you may choose to create your own email address if you prefer to do so. If your email address is already taken, Google will let you know so that you can choose another. Then you will be asked to create a strong password. Dapat yung password may letter, may number, at may symbol or character. Huwag niyong kakalimutan itong password mo na to. Kung may mobile number na kayo, pwede na ninyo i-link ito sa email ninyo. Kung wala pa, skip muna. Just click next, click agree, click accept. Ayan, nakakreate ka na ng email mo. Pwede mo na buksan yung Gmail para i-check ang email inbox mo. Pwede ka rin magpadala ng test email sa mga kaibigan mo. Itong email mo na ito, siya na rin ang Google account mo. Ayan, congratulations! Ganyang kadali lang mag-create ng Gmail email. Congratulations! You have completed the essentials on your journey to becoming a Lolo or Lola techie. Remember, it's never too late to start learning new technology. There are several famous Lolos and Lolas in Facebook and Instagram with lots of followers. Who knows? You might be the next internet sensation. What is Google? Google started as a search engine which has now expanded into a huge technology company providing a vast selection of applications. Some of the notable Google apps worth exploring are Gmail, YouTube, Chrome, Calendar, Photos, Translate, News, and Maps. Download these free apps and see if you like it. What is an app? App is short for application. It is a software or program installed in your phone. You may download apps in Apple App Store if you are using an iPhone, or in Google Play if you are using an Android phone. Here, I'll show you an example of downloading an app from Google Play. Sa mobile phone nyo, pindutin ang Google Play na icon. Tapos, i-type nyo kung ano yung app na gusto nyo i-download. Dito, ita-testing natin na i-download ang Grab. So, ita-type ko lang ang Grab at lalabas ang mga apps na may pangalan na Grab. Piliin ang Grab na app. Tignan ko ano yung mga nakasulat dito, kung ano yung review ng mga ibang users. Kapag okay na kayo, i-click nyo yung install at ito yung mag-download sa phone nyo. So, hintayin lang matapos yung download. Pagkatapos ng download, i-install to sa phone nyo. Tapos, pwede nyo na i-open. When you purchase your phone, it already comes with preloaded apps. Sometimes, you will not be allowed to remove or uninstall these apps from your phone. Depending on the email you created, you should download the app for that particular email. These are the popular social media apps that you may install. Facebook for getting in touch with your friends and family, Instagram for posting pictures, and Twitter for collaborating with other netizens. With smartphone, the cost for making phone calls or text messages has dramatically decreased. No need to pay long-distance fees when calling family outside of the country. Just download any of these popular communication apps, Viber, WhatsApp, or Facebook Messenger. Nowadays, it is absolutely essential to know how to use the mobile applications of your bank. Even just to be able to view your credit card transactions and billing statement would be very helpful. Then, you can further explore the other things you can do with these apps, such as payment of bills, transfer money, etc. This will avoid you the hassle of lining up in the bank tellers. Most major banks already have their mobile applications. Download these now and explore how it can help you. Be extra careful of your password so that no one but you can access your account. Aside from banks, there are also some financial apps that are very useful, such as PayMaya. It's like having a debit card, and you can also do bills payment to other merchants. Try to download it and see if it will be of use to you. Don't forget to download and install the app of your mobile data provider. You are able to view your usage and billing statement. These are some of the other must-have apps: Waze to get around the city, No need for big maps. Just tell the app where you're going and Waze will guide you. Grab if you need to go somewhere. No need to go through the trouble of dealing with rude taxi drivers. Just tell the app where you want to go, and in a few minutes, your own Grab car and driver will be outside your gate. Angkas is also like Grab, but the motorcycle version. These are just some of the apps that you should learn how to use. Watch out for my other videos as I discuss in detail these apps. With a smartphone, it's impossible for you to get bored. Aside from the game apps, there are several apps that will surely entertain you. Mahilig ka ba sa movies? Then download Netflix and watch all the movies you want. They offer a free trial period to test Netflix, and if you decide to subscribe, you'd have to pay monthly of around 300 pesos. Like listening to music? Spotify is the app for music lovers. It's free if you don't mind the Spotify ads. Want to watch homemade videos and tutorials? Then YouTube is the go-to app. You can learn almost everything in YouTube. Try it, just search a topic that interests you and boom, there's probably a video on that. Most smartphones already come with a camera and gallery. The camera in smartphones has greatly improved in the past few years. Some no longer use point-and-shoot or DSLR cameras, as the picture quality coming from a smartphone is just as good. Especially for those who like to travel light, they just bring their smartphone with them. Other apps worth having are your utility apps such as Meralco for you to be able to view your billing statement and usage. Lazada app for buying online anything under the sun. Do check out these apps. The topic on security is something that is important to discuss. With the huge improvement in technology that aims to help us in our daily lives, security is really a concern. As all kinds of data are transmitted via the internet, there's a risk of compromising confidential information. Kaya it's very important to protect yourself and always be security conscious. Hacking is when someone attempts to access your personal info without any authorization. It's like a burglar trespassing your property looking for items to steal. This can easily be done by hackers, especially if your data is easily accessible and there's no security in place. Phishing is when someone attempts to get information from you by tricking you into giving it. They can pretend to be from a bank and ask information about you, which they can eventually use to hack into your system. Phishing comes in different forms, so it's really important to be extra aware and not immediately trust emails or messages that you get. Always scrutinize the source of the message. When in doubt, don't. Never give your password to anyone. Password. This is required by any system or application you use. Some require passwords that are very complicated para mahirapan hackers to guess it. Sa sobrang complex ng password combination, pati yung account holder hirap matandaan ng password. Maganda sana if iba-iba password sa bawat application, pero sobrang hirap naman maalala lahat ng password. Ang tip ko is to do it the old school way. Write in a piece of paper the username and password and store that paper in a secure place where only you have access. There are also apps available to store all your passwords, and I can show a video of that someday. CAPTCHA. This comes up for the system to validate if the user is actually a human and not a robot. Mayroon kasing mga masasamang tao na gumagawa lang ng fake or bogus accounts. Para maiwasan yun, may mga CAPTCHA para ma-prove mo na legitimate nga ang ginagawa mo. Minsan lang, napaka-complicated ng CAPTCHA at mahirap sagutin. OTP or one-time password. Some applications like banks validate the access to the system via OTP. Pag mag-login ka with your username and password, may hihingin pa na OTP. Magsisend ang bank sa mobile phone mo ng OTP and pagkakuha mo, yun ang ilalagay mo para makapasok ka. It's another layer of protection to ensure na authorized ka nga na mag-access ng account. Fake news. With so much information going around, it's very hard to determine what is real and what is fake. Some are using technology and social media for their own propaganda. Don't always trust and believe what you read. Only trust if it comes from a valid source. Most people just share information without really understanding if the information is factual or truthful. Some other topics that I will cover in future videos are IoT or Internet of Things, wearable devices, and cryptocurrency. Watch out for these videos. Congratulations! You have reached the end of the video. I hope that you learned something and medyo nakatulong para magsimula sa iyong journey into the digital space. That's it for now. How did you find this video? Are there other topics you want me to discuss? Let me know in the comment section. Watch out for more videos for our Lolos and Lolas.